Hello, welcome back. Last time, despite acting all sinister about everything, everybody just wanted to throw me a surprise party, so I'm here in Party World now. I guess these are the restrooms? This is how you identify skeleton gender. Arms up, arms down. Interpret how you wish. Alright, so yeah, nobody here will talk to me except my body, who I've already talked to. Alright, so 6-1, save room for snacks. Is eating gonna be a mechanic? There are keys. Maybe it's just all the mechanics together. I was wondering if there'd be a remix world with everything all at once. So 2 keys. Oh. Either I have to choose or I'm gonna take a spare key with me. Wall jumps are here. Yeah, so wall jumps and keys together. I don't think they were before, but I'm not sure actually. So left jump. Right. Then weird. Wall jump left, wall jump right. Seems... okay, now hang on. Can I make that make sense? Where do you wall jump from? There, no I can't. So let's skip that key. But what I need you to do... yeah, you're not gonna wall jump if your feet are on the ground. So this is my only non-wall jump. This needs to get you in the air. I think that means I'll have to do... that's not gonna work. Kinda sorta close to what I want though. I got an idea here. This might actually do it. How do things work out if I try that? That's pretty close. How about this? That'll mess with your timing. Ah, but it works out. Okay. So no spare key here. I can delete one block. Possibly... actually... which one? What was redundant? Could this have been? Actually, why was this here? Because you don't get high enough otherwise, right? Oh, you do, though. Somehow I thought you didn't. Okay. I guess I never tried, even though I thought I had. Hello. How does my body... well, I would ask how my body talks, but are any of these talking? A skull and a jaw is not sufficient for communication. Well, if you listen to them, they're sort of like clicking their teeth together. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever, don't think too hard about it. Eat good! Yeah, okay, so definitely mixed mechanics here. Gargoyle. It's pretty cool. Add a disco ball. Alright, so I'm looking to get all the keys. Gravity changes. Almost definitely I want up to be left. So you're gonna walk, you're gonna jump. What'll you do if I do nothing? Just fall, of course. Alright, I probably want some of that. Could I do this? Not quite. Could I do this? Not quite. This? Nearly. That'll hit the spikes. That jump's unhealthy. I'd prefer if you didn't, but like... wait, hold on. Actually, would I? No, it's fine if you do. It's almost fine if you do. No, there are actually a lot of problems with that. What do I think that's going to accomplish? I almost need to get to this quicker? Is that possible? Kinda? Okay, so if I do that... Yeah, you would have time to get around. But, okay, what about... no. The fact that you're pressed against that for a moment seems like a problem. But... so it's left, which in the orientation I want would be down. Unless I get here way quicker than I can, that's not going to work, so I need a different approach. So, turn left into right by rotating 180 degrees. Therefore I want up to be down. And that just sort of naturally happens here, doesn't it? Let's see, I put this and that, was it? No, this and those? Well, no, not that. Wait, so... issue is you're still on the block. If you hit your head, you're going to get back on it. And I need you to be walking in such a way that... what? Oh, hang on. That's actually interesting. This is kind of close, actually, surprisingly. But there's no way I'm getting that first, or after. This is obviously wrong. Okay, so initial moves. Could I maybe have something with that? I don't think so. That's actually interesting. Let's see, if you bump your head, you're gonna be on the... wait. Well, no. Although that's kind of close, I can't put that there. Okay, if you're gonna be upside down and walking that direction, the only way that works is if you walk off a like, I have actually gotten the skeleton here. Okay, but let's think about all the possible directions. Up is right, impossible. You cannot jump that high. Up is up. Wait, up is up. Wait. Wait. Up is up. Just avoid the flame entirely. Ah, but you're walking the wrong direction, that's the issue. Up is no good because you're walking left. Okay. Up is right is no good because you can't jump that high. Up is down. You're walking left, which is right under that circumstance, and that could work. Sort of. Except I can't put a floor here, so you'd have to walk off of something in that direction, which I have done before. Wait a second. Your timing's not quite good enough for that. There are several reasons that doesn't work. If I could slow you down a little bit more, maybe? Or something? Does that make any sense? If you could be in the air so you don't do that jump. And then I put this here. Okay, I think that does it? Ooh! That's pretty tricky. And I think some of those may have been redundant. One was. Okay, that was a lot, actually. This one was. No, it wasn't. I need that. This one was? Yeah. Okay. Genuinely a little hard to think about. But at least I cut 2 of the orientations out. And the third just didn't seem like it was working. So that worked out eventually. Okay, cool. Oh, it's my birthday. Is that what's going on? Alright. Party jail. Okay. So, shattering crystals. 3 doors need to be unlocked, so don't unlock those. Get all keys. Ooh. Alright, so if I make no interactions, that gets unlocked, which we cannot be having. And there's no way I'm preventing that in that direction. I mean, I can do this. Then key doesn't get collected. What if I stop you at the door? And there's going to be a left. Yeah, you're doing a lot of things. Okay. Right for a while. Jump. Jump, left, jump. Right, jump, left. Okay, so when all is said and done, I need at least... Ooh. I need this specifically to be broken. And the skeleton to land here. This must be broken, skeleton must land there at the end. Because that'll get in the way if he's to the right. And if that's not broken, then there's no access to the top of that. Okay, ooh. What do I suppose the key order is? So 4 jumps total. This one is closest to a lock, but the other 2 are just as hazardous in a way. Breaking all the crystals right away isn't necessarily the wrong move. Doesn't help. Oh, interesting. That's a case where you both spend the key and bump your head. If I block you right away, that's no good. If I block you here... Ooh, there's a lot I like about that. Things I don't, though. And how the heck am I getting that key? So I need to use 2 jumps to get to that one. This pattern means you're bumping your head and then jumping again, I think, while going left. So you've already unlocked that if I do things this way. You surely won't unlock through the corner, right? Right. Actually, there are problems with this, but how many? A few. Oh, are you sure? This might actually do it. I think it will. Okay, yeah, there was not a lot of forward reasoning here, just iterative solution. I guess in what I described the prerequisites as being, I didn't think of breaking both of those and then going on the rest of the journey. But that's how it worked out. Cool. Alright, hi. Those are some dance moves. Alright then. The time for caution is not just yet. Kicking rocks. Okay, so just crystal stuff this. What? Is there a reorienter secretly? Oh, I can wall jump on them, huh? Got it. Okay. So if I would do what, this? Yeah, alright, so a wall jump will break it. Oh, and that was everything. Oh, whoops! That's a 5, huh? Waiting positions are break the right ones. So can I see what the requirement was? Was that really a 5? It's never going to show me, so I will never know if it would actually ask me to place only 2. Or if I was more efficient than... Okay. Unless, could I... Hold on. I just want to see... Well, that's going to change the situation. There. Will this do it? Four! Check it out! I saved one more than the game thought I could. Alright. Well, how about that? Okay. Alright, proven. More efficient solutions exist than the ones that I'm expected to do. At least in that puzzle one does. I feel like this is supposed to be recognizable as something specific. It looks pretty specific. Anyway, party favors. That's a lot of locks. Interesting way to use those. So flame block locked up. Where am I even going here? 3 jumps, long time before one of them. So if I don't do anything, eventually my space press will go through. If I don't do anything, you fall. This could at best get you going under and walking that way, which I think... Okay, so I think the idea is... I want you to use you to go under, you to set up to right. This jump goes here, this sets up to up, and then you walk into the goal that way. Okay, so I think the chirality of this is very clear. I require 3 keys and they have to be used here, here, and here. Okay, so my mission is to get 3 keys, then land here going left. Well, get 2 keys, then land here going left. Okay. So we're gonna jump here. This will not work right yet. But this is kind of going in the right direction generally. You will need to make it farther than that. How's this gonna do? it's actually kind of close. That? That might do it. Almost. I need this too. I think that'll do it. There we go, exactly as planned. And that felt pretty minimal, right? No, I can delete one. Or so it claims. Wait, yeah, did this do anything? Yes. I can't skip this, right? No? Oh, but maybe... See, that unlocks a thing which is an issue. That unlocks a thing which is an issue. Wait, this didn't do anything. This is the solution. Yeah, okay, there we go. That was the redundant one. It felt like there was one in there. And there was. Cool. Laser's firing now. Ah, that's the disco lights. I see. Alright. Piano player. Okay. So this is all mausoleum here. You've been doing that handstand for a while. Pretty impressive. Is that a laptop? So does. I should take a moment and look at this scene. There's a bunch of stuff going on. Balloon on the ground. Big speaker way over here. Oh, balloon machine I did not notice. Okay. Sure, that's part of the light show. You've fallen asleep next to the punch bowl, I guess? That's where the staff went. Okay, and what are you doing on that table? That doesn't need jackhammering, you're in the wrong place. Bonk. Alright, I understand what bonk means. Actually, there are a few things it could mean, but I feel like the most likely is it wants me to do that at some point. Okay. If I bonk here... what am I actually doing? So I want this to be broken. There's a right, a left, and a right. 4 jumps. Yeah, so number of jumps and which direction sequence seems to be the primary salient information here. So there's gonna be a jump. This won't work like I want it to. Well, now what do I actually want here? This needs to break. There are no wall jumps, so gravity... So up will have to be left. Up will have to be left, and these two will have to be used to... break that... No, no, no! It'll break and fall if I'm pushing against this wall. Oh, but this is a problem, though. If up is left, this means go that way. If up is left, then right is up, yes. And you'll be walking into those spikes, and that's no good. Unless I'm just finishing before this command is issued. So up could briefly be left, and you could break this, then it could turn into up. Do you think that's gonna happen, though? Hold on, Bonk. Can I break that with my head? Yes, I can! That's what you're telling me. Okay, that Bonk. So that would look something like that. There's some unnecessary blocks there. Okay, there's a lot of redundancy here, but I think this will show the concept at least. You're jumping to the right. That's cool, I appreciate that, but how do you get... How do you avoid changing gravity again? I can't put this here, obviously. I can slow you down. You sure about that? Well, not like that. That doesn't do anything. Oh boy, you're slowed down. Great. I wanted this jump to... No, wait. What? You've already made your last input at that point. Well, yeah, so I don't want to reorient again. I want that jump to take you here to avoid turning this corner again. So that means... this won't help. But maybe I can turn it into... Okay, so here's where I can slow you down. But then your jump will... Okay, well, I can add more. Still no good. So basically I want to arrive... Oh boy. Wait, so this was not... Well, that does pop it. Just trying things. But there isn't a jump there. Alright, so this actually pops it. I can slow you a bit there, but that's not enough to get a jump in, and if it was, I would need to also wall that up a bit more. Yeah, that's insufficient slowing. Okay, but that's kind of the shape of what I want. Is there any way... Any way I can turn this into what I want? I think I must be thinking about this wrong. It does feel like it's implying. I do want to hit that with my head. That's pretty heavily implied, I would say. You're walking right until you briefly walk left and then right. Walking right means bonking that is much more friendly than walking over it, because you just get a brief left walk, which with gravity that way would have to take you like that. No. So I want you to actually do that. And that's why I had this shape. That's what I've already tried. Well, I guess I don't need this part. If that jump could just be more useful... Second bonk. This is actually hard to think about. Okay, let's do the gravity direction check. There are two of interest, one for breaking this block, one for getting to the goal. Your final move is right, so getting to the goal I want you right side up. Or... yeah, because you are moving to the right, I want you right side up. If up is right, you can't jump that high to reach. If up is down, then even if I could avoid falling, you would just fall on those spikes. If up is left, you're walking the wrong direction. Sorry, that's what I said. So if up is right, then you can't jump high enough. So up must be down. No, up must be up. Yeah, up has to be up for the end. That's required. And I think this jump avoids walking around that corner, because you do need to walk around that corner, right? You need to walk around that corner once. Which, yeah, I do with this. Well, not that, but... this does it. Alright, so that's a minimal starting state. It's just that this doesn't... right, and the reason I had more is because I need that walk not to reorient you. But I'm just back here again. There isn't enough distance between here and here for that to go off in time. You bonk your head and then you reorient, and I can't block the reorient because I need it to happen first. Because this is here, you can't jump to a higher platform through there. This doesn't make it. And even if it did, it wouldn't mean anything. Yeah, you just need to be one tile less. One tile less far over. There's obviously lots of problems with that. Oh yeah, so many. I have to start on top because that's the way gravity is. That's how you affect things. Well, okay, let's entertain the idea of doing something else. No, I can't see how this could ever resolve. But okay, so am I wasting jumps here? So I build this little structure. There aren't really any wasted jumps. Like, this is being pretty specific about what it wants me to do. But it remains impossible. Wait a second. Different timing? No. How much can I slow you down? Whoa, that didn't even count for reorienting. Oh, what? That... Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, this is obviously redundant, and I think this is too. Okay, I was just kind of messing around, but I found it by accident. Okay. I guess I just did not... Possibility didn't enter my head of stopping left movement while on top of that. But that sure did it. Okay. Just never thought of it, but it happened anyway. Alright. Nah. Well, that sounds nice. Alright, final level possibly? A bit of everything. Oh boy. Fitting finale, maybe. There could be another world after this. I'm catching the vibe and this feels like Final Worlds. Alright. So, start here. Flame is here. Crystals, keys, locks, wall jumps. Yep, a bit of everything. So So I need to be right side up for gathering these keys. I do need all 3 of them. I need to avoid unlocking that. So starting with... So that's a wall jump there. What are you doing, skeleton? See, what's funny is that almost works. There's a lot going on right in here. That's a climb on the same wall. That's what that is. First you wall jump left, then you wall jump right, you turn left, you wall jump right. Boing, return, boing. Maybe that's... It's not going to be this wall. That'd be climbing this way. Okay, so these have to be gotten... I don't feel like there's any time to get those. You go left, you jump. You go right, there's one normal jump here and one at the end. Oh, there's one at the end. What? Wait, hang on. So if I do nothing... If I do nothing, things I like almost happen. There's that little jump there. That's suspiciously close to looking like something good. With that wall jump... You do manage to wall jump there, but this is no good. Right? I don't know what's happening in this area right here. Actually, I don't know what's happening in any area now that you mention it. I do know you're starting walking left. Unless I want to do this, there's no avoiding reorienting. Do I wish to avoid reorienting? Feels like wasted inputs, so probably not. Putting that there means no reorientation will ever happen. Is that such a bad thing? I don't think it's gonna work, so probably. If I could get to a state somehow where at this point you're sitting at your door and this is broken, then you would jump, collect, break, collect, fall, open, and you had that key, and then everything would be done. Actually, I think that is what's happening. So my mission is to get around, break this, and return. Clearly those things didn't quite happen. So that's your turnaround, then you wall jump. But you can't teleport from here to there and be oriented the other way. So those wall jumps are not going off. You never reach this surface again. It's like this is kinda almost close to something. This is kind of almost close to something. Yeah, kind of almost close to something, but not really. So yeah, never open these. Collect, 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 collect. What if I'm just doing something completely different from what it looks like I'm doing? I just don't see how that's gonna happen. None of that seems healthy to me, or does it? Actually... got some weird ideas. So there's this weirdly long... Okay, this wall jump. This is just going to be trial and error. I mean, like, I don't think I can use a lot of logic here. So I just need to figure out how to be productive with trial and error. Again, that's kind of almost like it's something good. You did perform that wall jump, but not this one. Didn't make it to perform that one. Okay, so to be deliberate about trying stuff. What am I doing with reorientation? If I orient that way... Oh... Actually, this looks... No... Are you sure? I'm not sure this is implausible. This might be how it starts. So no wall jump happened there, that's for sure. Wait. Is this a short adventure down here? So that's supposed to be a wall jump? Wait a second. This is like close to something, sorta. That's not that far from what I want. Oh, but a big problem I'm not addressing is I'm never breaking this block, so if I'm just walking right here with gravity that way, you'll just hit those spikes. Okay, so abandon that. I think that's the wrong line of thinking. How would I begin to discover the right one? Well, work backwards. 4 keys must be collected to open all these locks. There's no other way to get here. to collect this key in particular. The ways are: walk in from the left with gravity down, with this block broken. Jump with this block broken with gravity down. I don't know, there's not really a lot of others. Okay, so gravity options. If I'm using this block at all, nothing goes there. Alright, so this is inappropriate. I can't put anything here. I can put something there, which is unlikely to be what I want. Ah, okay, so gravity right could be how this ends, maybe. That definitely doesn't look healthy to me. Oh. Here's a possibility. This... So I know what this is. This is wall jump, go back to the wall, wall jump again. But the last one, it's actually this. The last one goes outward. So if oriented like that, and there's no reorientation after that ever. I'm imagining gravity down. I'm sorry, gravity left. Down is left. Doing these moves to get in here. Then continuing to the right. That's definitely not it. Because there's no way you would ever end up here from that. This is oriented wrong for gravity to be right. Because it would be jumping against this wall, which is all spiky. Okay, so I am not collecting these keys using this section. I still think I'm collecting them at the end after this. Like, it ends jumping here with this already broken. Okay, so my goal is to... one of these wall jumps needs to hit this block. Aha! Now that gives me a focal point. One of these wall jumps needs to hit that block. That's my goal. If that's my goal... that makes things a lot clearer, actually. Close-ish. But then those need to wall jump? Oh, but this is illegal. How well will this work? Not as well as I need it to. I don't think I'm returning, though, after all of this. You're too far down. It is hard to imagine that wall jump hitting that. Well, let's see, no, I've done that. But then what? Then nothing else is gonna happen. See, you don't make it where you need to make it. If I put the extra supporting blocks for the rest of the transaction there. And how could you? You don't get there in time then. Like, this is the only thing that hits that with a wall jump. Yeah, that'd be nice, but it's not gonna work. Surprisingly, that kind of did something. Oh. Oh! Okay, there we go. That's a solve. Yeah, like I said, this one's not gonna be forward solved. Just gotta come up with... I mean, I kinda did. I described the conditions under which it would be solved. Performing that description didn't really help me get there, but I did get there as described. Okay, I did it. That is the end. Cool. Maybe I would have seen something different here if I hadn't gone for gold and everything. Alright, good stuff. Cool. And final talk. Boss of the Grooveyard, that's me. Thank you. Alright. So there was that, there was all that talk early on about how I've heard you plan, boss, and I'm in something something. I guess player just doesn't get to be privy to whatever that plot point was about. Alright, yeah, this is all just stuff I've heard. I don't think anybody's gonna have changed here. Okay, good stuff. If I walk backwards, face the music. Yeah, I mean, this just seems like... Yep. And that machine, that was the machine for the light show at the party. Welcome back, how was catching up with your body? Okay, yeah, so that did change a little bit. Alright, well... I guess I can talk to the ones at the ends. You finally did it. Right, except that didn't change because I already got the extra key. So that only happened the one time. But it was neat that it happened that one time. That was fun. Or was it here? It was, yeah, Prison Break with the extra key. There it goes. Alright, and yeah, that takes on a different tone now. Because of what I know about the future. Okay, well there we go. That's where I started and I can't go back into it. That's fine. Alright, so that is Grooveyard. I would like to go to the main menu. Are there credits? There are credits. Let's watch them. Let's look at the credits page, because they don't have to be long enough for a typical scroll or whatever. Alright. Okay, a few people involved here. Not a one-person production, as I thought it might have been. Neat. Alright. Fun stuff. Okay, so that was Grooveyard. A nice little bite-sized game, and I'm glad that I played it. See you next time for something else entirely.